Hello everybody, I'm Doc from the A3 Footy podcast. I apologise I look like the absolute pits tonight, but this is a special occasion. Obviously the news came out this morning. We're recording this on a Wednesday evening. News of the AFLW fantasy is out now, first time ever. Still currently waiting for Supercoach to release their AFLW fantasy league, but at the moment it's looking pretty good. I had a bit of a look at it throughout the day today, and no, it's good. And today it's going to be something a little different. I'm going to pick a team right here. Now it's going to be subject to change because we're still about 30 days away from the AFLW season kicking off, but it's going to be fun. I promise you. I've been having a look throughout the day, and there's some good bits and bobs, some good players here. It's going to be interesting to see what I can come up with. But before we do that, just sort of for everyone else who is new to fantasy football, I'm only just getting back into the swing of things this year. I think I've had about of a 10-year hiatus or something like that. I don't think I've played since high school, which is a bit weird, but look, it's okay. It's okay. I got a fair bit angry about it when I was in high school, and I think playing Supercoach this year with my chums in the A3 and everything else has sort of made me realise why I decided to give it away for so long. But this year's been fun. I'm really interested to do this year and keep it going, because I think the A3 league in our Supercoach has been a roaring success despite my miserable season. But for those who don't understand, or they want an indication of how it works, this is how the scoring system works. So it's a bit different to Supercoach, but it's basically more on the raw stats. So kicks, handballs, marks, goals worth 6 points, behinds worth a point, hitouts worth a point. But you can see it there. I don't need to explain it too much. So realistically, it's just about finding the players that pad the stat sheet the most, whereas Supercoach, there's a little bit of that, but I think more of it has come as well to impact as well, particularly on the scoreboard, as I've learned this year. And also the budget's a bit different, the pricing's a bit different as well, as you'll see shortly. But comparison to the 10 million we get given at Supercoach. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a sip of vodka. I'm feeling particularly white girl tonight. Anyway, Supercoach, you get $10 million to spend on, I think it's about 30 odd players. But here we've got a squad of 21. We've got a budget of 15.5 million. I hope I didn't say billion before. But yeah, 16 players are going to be on field, and it's sort of similar. So the 16 we have here, they're all going to score. We've got 4 on the bench. There's also an added utility player, which I am still sort of trying to work my way around. So yeah, three trades per week. That's interesting. No dual position players either, which will be even more juicy. But let's get cracking. We're going to start with our back line. Now, there's no real way to really start picking a team. I've got a little book here which sort of I like to scribble on from time to time, but it's sort of just an indication of what I'd like to do. So I'm going to start with potentially getting one for a budget. So 300 grand is the lowest a player is worth. So I'm just having a quick look here. Casey Dumont might be a nice little one early on, but I'm going to wait and see. As I said at the start, this is going to subject to change because we've still got the practice games coming up. But at the moment, Harriet Corner's looking pretty juicy at $304,000. I think I'm going to take her in the side as well. Amber Ward, she was picked up just recently, wasn't she? I'm trying to find players that I think can make a jump. Midfielders wouldn't be too bad either. Some of the positioning's a little bit weird in this as well, but it's not too bad. Maybe Chaplin at 414. I don't mind that. That's a bit juicy. It's one thing that I've actually noticed. Kat and I were actually talking about it this afternoon. Is that there's not many high-end sort of defenders to go off of. So I'm just gonna go full screen because I like it like that. But there really isn't many high-enders to go for. Geordie Allen might be a nice one at 8.53. Charlie Thomas was thinking about her at 8.37. But let's sort of go back down towards the bottom end. I've seen Hannah Button. Oh, not Hannah Button. The other one. She's playing forward. I think Hannah Button's out for the season. Put on the inactive list, so definitely not her. Ferg at North Melbourne, Jasmine Ferguson, or potentially not Dee Heslop, not a big possession getter. Also, yeah, got to find players that can get their hands on the ball a fair bit and be consistent about it. I like Sarah Goodwin, has potential to play midfield. I'm going to put her in. Kate Luckins, she's not playing, so that's not going to do me any good. Sarah Allen, modestly priced, but she's not a high-end possession getter either. Viv Sard, maybe? No, I don't know. She only averaged 37 per game last season. She was second in the comp for intercept possessions. Oh, it's tough. Amy Smith looks nice. I think she had a couple of games late in the year where she got herself like about a dozen tackles, and they're worth their weight in gold usually, so I'm going to go her. She's going to get in. Annabelle Johnson, 45.4 per game. Potentially. Brooke Brown's usually not bad as a bit of a rebounding halfback defender. Could go her. Bedell I had in the team as, I think Bedell's not a bad. Yeah, I'll go her. Let's go Bedell. She's not bad. Might go Brooke Brown as well. Just so I could get a little bit of change for the midfield. It's going to be juicy. High-ender. I'm tempted to go Charlie Thomas. Isla Shireen, maybe. Depends who's got the bigger upside. Let's go Charlie. She was good last year. I expect her to go even further this year. So that's all right. That's not bad looking. That's not bad looking back. We'll skip the mids at the moment. We'll go rucks. Some interesting ones here. Obviously, the high enders are there. Brown Moody's obviously the number one ruck in the comp, has been for the last couple of years. Gab Seymour's not a bad shout. She's just over 1 million. She likes to play a little bit across the ground, so that's not a bad option. I was thinking Alice Edmonds, only because I'm a dog supporter. As you can probably see in the background, my painting is still not up. I've moved into my partner's house for about 6 months now, and it's still not been done. Let's go Gabby Seymour. I think she's got higher end upside. But then again, Alice Edmonds is more of a hitter. It goes both ways, really. And I don't really think I've got the money to spend on two of them. Need a reserves player. I think Wackford's not a bad option. I think she'll play most games at West Coast after missing the entire season last year with an ACL. Erin Hoare from Geelong only just picked up as one of them between season draft prospects because we can't have 17-year-old kids playing this year, which is fair enough. Let the kids kid, if that makes sense. Cobblers do the cobbling, as Ross Lyon would say. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I'll go Wackford for now. Let's have a look at the... Again, as we say, it's going to subject to change. Let's go to the mids. We'll start low because there's a few high-end mids that should be locked in, but you need to find ourselves a couple of bargains. Now, had a look at the pricing beforehand. Alana G didn't play last year. She was a high-end draft pick with the Suns. I don't mind taking her. Ali Ryan's another one I'll keep tabs on next couple of weeks, see if she plays extended minutes after coming back from an ACL injury. Don't go Pagelli because she's not a midfielder. Tiana Smith's another one who I think was in, I think, what was it, her 2021 season. Yeah, it was her first season actually. Her first season she was on her way back in some bloody good... She was putting up some really good numbers, and then did her ACL on the eve of season 6, and then missed both that season and this season. So that's not a bad shout. I'm going to go with her. Nance Gawn's almost a given because I think she'll be flying at this time of the season. But if you're daring a little bit, Jasmine Stewart's not too bad. She's only just coming back into the AFLW system after spending some time away from Fremantle. If you're feeling dangerous, Bree Davey and Britt Benici are there as well. Davey's not a bad option at 867 if she keeps her knees intact. But that's I'll leave that up to you. Let's go a little bit higher end now. Chloe Shear, oh no, she's probably not going to get many touches. She's going to play forward. Spewy Stewart, that's not too bad. I don't mind that one. I think she can go a bit higher this year. Flem at 830k, only averaging 59 is dangerous. So is Ellie McKenzie, but they both got high upside. Tamara Smith, I like. I think she was top 5 in the comp for tackles last year, so I don't mind that too much. Pritchett 877. Oh, that's not bad. Mon Ham at 881. Oh, I think she, and considering she averaged that on her way back from what was looking like a serious knee injury, I'll put her in. I'm gonna bypass all these others. Let's have a look at the high enders. I think Bowers is lock. I might go. Who else we got here? Go the top 2 high end scorers. I mean, has to, absolutely has to. Who else we got? Chaz, no. It's dangerous. What have I got? 5.5. We'll go back to that because we won't finalise this team just yet. But let's go to the forwards. It's probably the hardest one of the lot because there's a lot of these players here that probably won't score too highly given their price. Yvonne Bonner's going to be an interesting one. I sort of want to, at the same time I don't want to. Stano at 764, definitely not in that plane. Tahaka Rayner's not bad at 327. If she stays fit, I think that price will go up. That's at Doyley. If she plays more midfield, maybe. I don't know. She was good last season. Potentially Zoe Prowse. I don't mind that. I think she'll play more games this year. Stella, if she plays more midfield, that'll be nice. So we're now on mid territory. Or Synth plays more midfield. That'll be juicy. Let's get her in. Don't mind the idea of Skepper coming in. I think that price will go up this year. I think she might play more midfield. It's the early word out of Carlton. Don't hold me to that. What have I got? 3.4. Oh, jeez. We could be making some wholesale changes shortly. Forward line. So the high price ones. You got Randall, Paxman, Nina Morrison, Kate Hoare. Out of those four, I think I'm more inclined to go Kate Hoare. Could go Chelsea Randall, but if it's anything like last season, she might have a bit of an injury interrupted season. We can't have that. I'm going to Chloe Malloy as well. That's going to take me to 1.5, so that's okay. I don't mind that. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a few Sydney Swans players in there, given how crap they were last year. Don't know whether or not it should be okay or not. Might trade out Synth. Along with your interchange, you get a utility player. Your utility can be from any position. Your utility does not act as an emergency if one of your players on field doesn't play. Okay, so that's it's like your reserve. We got 1.5. Could go. Let's have a scroll down. Let's see what we can get. Could go Moody, maybe. Mim Hill. Well, that's not a bad shout, actually. Could go Mim Hill. Actually, let's go. Epps in. Probably regret it. So, what? Team is saved. Okay. Not a bad team, actually. What have I got left? I've got 74k, so that's probably not gonna... it's a bit of chump change, but that's all right. I'm convinced they'll all play most weeks, so that's not bad. Change her. Nah, look, that's all right. That's not a bad looking team, to be honest. That's we'll leave that as it is. It's probably a fair bit into the video now, but there we go. We'll reconvene in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty happy with this team as it is, and we'll probably reconvene after the practice matches, which will probably happen in a couple of weeks because the season's not too far away. We're about a month out, so that'll happen soon. But until then, bye for now.